Hello everyone, today I will discuss about the representations of stereoisomers. First one, wedge representation. There are three types of lines which are used to represent the spatial rearrangement of a system. First one, thick lines which show the bond which comes towards the viewer. Dotted lines show the bonds which move away from the viewer. Normal lines show the bonds which are represented in the plane of the paper. So these are the examples of the wedge representation of a common structure of a stereoisomer having one chiral carbon atom. Okay, and this is the dotted line which shows the bond with away from the viewer. This is the thick line which is towards the viewer, and these are the normal lines which are used to represent the bond which are in the plane of the paper. So these are the examples having two chiral carbon atoms. So this is a staggered conformation of the stereoisomer having two chiral carbon atoms, and this is the eclipse conformation of the stereoisomers having two chiral carbon atoms. In the Sawhorse representation, the tilted line shows the central carbon-carbon bond. And see here, this is a tilted line which is used to represent the bond between the two carbon atom and which is used to rotate the molecule. In the Newman projection representation, the two central carbon atoms which are shown by a dot which represent for the front carbon atom and the circle which is shown for the back or the rear carbon atom. This is a staggered conformation which is represented in Newman projection. These are the two staggered form and these are the eclipse form. In Fischer projection, the four bonds of carbon are shown by sign of plus line. In this representation, the vertical line always shows such bonds which are away from the observer, while the horizontal line shows those bonds which are projected towards the observer. For example, these are the four Fischer projections which are given for the stereoisomer having only one chiral carbon atom. But these representations are wrong because the vertical lines are always away from the observer. This is a correct representation wherein you can see vertical lines have the groups which are away from the viewer. See, staggered conformations cannot be converted directly into Fischer projection formula because it has always vertical line with away from the bond group, so that the first away bond always have the vertical line with away bond group, so that the first change the staggered form into appropriate eclipse form followed by the interconversion. In Fischer projection, the rotation of Fischer projection by an angle of 180 degree about the axis which is perpendicular to the plane of the paper gives the identical structure. However, the rotation by an angle of 90 degree produces non-identical structure. So in this Fischer projection, these are the horizontal bonds. They are towards the viewer. The vertical lines show the bonds or groups which are away from the viewer. In Newman projection, the carbon atom away from the viewer is called as rear group, which is represented by a circle. The carbon atom facing the viewer is called front carbon atom, and it is represented as the center of the circle, which is shown by a dot. The remaining bonds on which the carbon on each carbon are shown by small straight line at an angle of 120 degree as follows. Bonds join at the front carbon atom intersect at the center dot. Bonds join at the rear carbon atom are shown as emanating from the circumference of the circle. So this is the concept of Newman projection for butane. This is the front carbon atom, which is shown by the dot, and the three lines show the bonds towards the carbon. Okay, and this is the rare carbon, which is shown by the circle, and you can see the lines show the emanating groups from the circumference. So this is for the rare carbon. If you combine both of these, it will give the Newman projection. So this is the staggered form of butane, which is shown here in the Newman projection. This is the eclipsed form of butane, which is shown here. In Sawhorse projection, the bond between the two carbon atoms is always shown by a diagonal line. The bonds linking the other substituent to these carbon are shown projecting above or below this line. And this is the example of butane, which is in Sawhorse projection. This is a staggered butane. So these are the two chiral carbon atoms, which are shown by a diagonal line, and the bonds linking the other substituent to these carbon atoms are projecting above and below this line. So this is a staggered form of butane, and this is the eclipsed form of butane. Due to the free rotation along the central bond, the two extreme conformations are possible, the staggered and the eclipsed conformation. This is a three-dimensional representation, which is called as flying wedge. This is a flying wedge formula of two enantiomers of lactic acid. Both these structures are mirror images of each other. Fischer projection of a compound can be converted into Sawhorse first in the eclipsed form by holding the model in the vertical plane in such a way that the groups on the vertical line point above, and the last numbered chiral carbon atom faces the viewer. Then one of the two carbons is rotated by an angle of 180 degrees to get the staggered form. So this is the Fischer projection of tartaric acid, wherein you can see this is the third carbon atom is the front carbon atom, second one is the rear carbon atom. And the diagonal lines show the bond between the two chiral carbon atom, and similarly you can show the bond with other substituent by means of the projection of line above and below the line. And if this is the eclipsed conformation of the tartaric acid, if it is rotated by 180 degree by C2 and C3 axis, then it will give staggered conformation. First, the staggered Sawhorse projection is converted into eclipsed, and it is then held in the vertical plane in such a way that the two groups pointing to upwards are away from the viewer, and both these groups are shown on the vertical line. Thus, in case of 2,3-dibromobutane, this is a staggered form of Sawhorse projection of 2,3-dibromobutane. It is rotated by 180 degree to get the eclipsed conformation. Then the molecule is held in a vertical plane, and two groups pointing upwards are away from the viewer, and these are shown by the vertical line, and the other two are shown by the horizontal line. In this case, this is the Sawhorse projection, and you can see this is the front carbon atom and this is the rear carbon atom. If it is viewed through the front carbon atom, it is shown by a dot, and the bonds can be shown by a straight line. This is how the bonds with other substituent can be shown for the front carbon atom. Similarly, for the rear carbon atom, which is shown by the circle. And when it is rotated, the front carbon along the central bond by 180 degree and it gives the eclipse conformation. Then it is held in the vertical plane, keeping the front carbon at the lowest. It will give the Fischer projection. This is the front carbon with the lowest carbon at the bottom, and this is the rear carbon atom which is shown here above the vertical line. This is the Fischer projection which is converting into Newman projection. The front carbon is shown by a dot and the rear carbon is shown by a circle. Then this Newman projection is rotated by rotating the front carbon by 180 degree. It will give the staggered conformation. Then it is viewed to the central bond. If it is viewed to the central bond, the front carbon is shown by a dotted line and the rear carbon is shown by a circle. And in case of the Fischer projection, the vertical bonds in the Fischer projection are drawn in the plane of the paper using simple line. Consequently, the horizontal bond will project above and below the plane. So here the groups which are towards the eye and away from towards the viewer and away from the viewer are shown by dotted line, which are from the horizontal bonds which are below and above the plane. Okay, if bromine is above the plane, then it is shown by a dotted wedge. It will be towards the eye. If hydrogen is above the plane, then it is shown by the solid line and it will be towards the viewer. So like this it is shown, and the other two groups which are in the plane are shown by a normal line. If you have flying wedge formula, the molecule is rotated in the vertical plane in such a way that the bonds in the plane of the paper are away from the viewer and are vertical. So rotate the model on a vertical plane so that the carbon carboxylic and carbon CH3 group, they are on the vertical line, and the other hydrogen and bromine bonds, they are on the horizontal, okay, which are one is towards the viewer and one is away from the viewer. So these are some of the example for the interconversion of one form to another form. These are Fischer projection of lactic acid, both D and L form. These are the Fischer projections of tartaric acid. These are the Fischer projections of D and L form of alanine. Thank you. With this,